You know, Emma, your idea of Singapore needs an update. It is not exactly a British colony under occupation by the Japanese Imperial Army. We are some 70 years after that event.
Many British prisoners of war died on the Death March. I am still reading about that. The fall of Singapore. The big guns are pointing the wrong way.
Emma, correction is needed here. You should have said, the guns were pointing the wrong way. That is all history now.
Thank you for keeping me company, Nightshade. I want to see as many shows as possible before I leave for Singapore.
I am out of a job now since I quit the shop. So I have time. But you know, Emma, Singapore, where we are going, is not really the cultural desert and war zone as you imagine.
I realize that. But I will miss this place for at least a year, if not more. I want to see all the shows that I may not see in Singapore.
I won't spoil your fun. You will see when you arrive in Singapore. It is as modern and cosmopolitan city as you can find it. And it is not part of China.
I know that now. I had a book on Malaya and it had photos of Chinese. So I naturally thought Malaya was part of China. Brian had explained already that they are there as coolies.
You got it wrong, again. Or Brian didn't do a good job explaining. They were there as coolies, or tin miners or whatever. Remember the past tense.
Sorry, Nightshade. My mistake. Not Brian's.
I am glad you jumped to his defense pretty quick. You really love him, I can see.
I do. Oops, I forgot to tell you. Brian says we have to have a public wedding reception after all.
Pardon? You never told me about a private one.
Sorry, again. Brian and I meant it to have a small reception for the relatives only. But now, the president insists we have a big do.
The president? That is saying something.
I have not told you this before. But I am sort of remotely related to the president, on his mother's side.
Now I get the clearer picture. You never really know who you might have for a friend, hey? Will I get invited to the big do and meet the president too?
I will talk to Brian tonight and get you invited. Of course, you must come.
I am so glad I asked.
On one condition, you must keep that promise to come with me to Singapore after that. I will be so lost without you in Singapore, especially when Brian is busy at work there.